Bro, where they from? The belly of the beast. Bro, what they do? Back in the heat. Woo. Bro, what they like? Smoking them trees. Bro, how they live? Running the streets. Bro, where they from? The belly of the beast.
Welcome back to another episode of Change Tomorrow Today, the hottest podcast on the planet.
Yeah, you feel that?
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, how do you feel?
I feel good, man. It's good to be back, man.
First show for 2025.
Yeah, first show for 2025. How you feeling?
I'm well.
You good?
Yeah. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody had a great holiday, you know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody made it out good, alive, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's at peace and, following their dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. New Year, new goals.
New Year, new goals and new money, you know what I'm saying? New money. New money.
And stick to them goals.
Oh, man, I hope they do. Mm-hmm. But we're coming to you live with a great episode, man. It's one I really want to talk about. I know you want to talk about it, too. I know you want to talk about it. I know we all want to talk about it. Right. But the question is, do black men talk down on black women? And I just want to hear how y'all feel about that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who want to go first, ladies first, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Vic, set it off like Vivica.
But, do you think, black men talk down on black women?
Well, I'm going to have to say I disagree. I call it match energy. I think that black men are tired of the disrespect, whether it's publicly, social media, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say all black women, but some women. You do have some women that are highly disrespectful when it comes to pertaining to men. A man may not have a certain car, a certain look, and I see men of these caliber get down, you know what I'm saying, get down talked upon or whatever, because they're not in a certain status of, you get where I'm coming from, bro? Because I see it each and every day or whatever. And also too, women want equal rights. So you have equal rights or whatever. So men are looking at it like, okay, you want to be a man? So guess what? I'm going to treat you like a man. And that's the reason why these men have become more aggressive with these women or whatever. That's just my POV.
Okay. I don't see where or what equal rights would have to do with a man disrespecting, or because we're saying talking down, what that would have to do with talking down to a woman. A woman asking for to be treated fairly. How does that justify a man talking down to them? Where
I'm going with this, because women have equal rights. Some women have took advantage of that because they have equal rights, like a man does, and they feel like they can be disrespectful to a man because yeah, I'm making an X amount of money. Yeah, I drive a certain car. Yeah, I live in a certain house. Negro, you can't say nothing to me. You get what I'm saying? And this is where the attitude comes from. And this is what I'm seeing out here today. And this is where I'm going with this.
So is it talking down, or is it just reverting back to my favorite saying, lanes?
I don't think it's lanes. I'm
only asking because you said because the man has a certain car or lives in a certain type of lifestyle. So would it not revert back to lanes? Because if I'm in my lane, let's say we drive luxury cars and we live in mansions, and that's my lane. So a man that isn't maybe in an apartment and doesn't have he hasn't reached that level yet. Is it me necessarily talking down, or is it me just, it's lanes, so you just don't really dwell over here. Well, and that's okay.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with lanes. I think it has to do with respect. Respect to me is everything above all things. Whether you have a house, a car, whatever, that's all materialistic things or whatever. And the issue is the black woman and the black woman, we need to come back together and start having respect for each other, no matter what social status you're on. Well, and that's my POV.
I agree with that, but going back to what the topic was do men talk down to women? And you're saying, well, you feel like men don't necessarily talk down to women. It's just how they're being treated. So what's the difference where women were being treated the same way? So what is it now I'm going to cry because I'm being treated how I was treating others?
No,
because men don't have a problem talking down to women. Yeah. Men don't have a problem talking to women crazy. But when they get it back, it seems like they don't really like it. And I understand that there are a lot of women that kind of can take things a little too far and be very, very disrespectful. I get it. But I'm not really referring to those women. I'm just saying as a whole, is it, I mean, it's like a catch-22.
Yeah, I get what you're coming from, because me, I'm an 80s babies, growing up in the 90s. Me coming up, we didn't have what we have is going on today. Not saying that men and women didn't treat each other bad, but the level of respect, it was higher than what it is actually today or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Going back to what I just said, bro. Not all women, some women, you know, they act very rudely. They act very disrespectful. And what men are doing today, men are just matching their energy. That's
but
all it is.
if you're a man, why are you matching a woman's
And I understand.
energy?
That is true. I agree with that. A man shouldn't be matching a woman's energy. But what I'm saying is men just want respect from a woman. That's all a man is asking for. That's all
I
it
feel
is.
like some men, they want respect and they don't really respect. The thing about it is, and I agree with what you're saying, respect is earned. It's not given.
Right.
And a lot of men tend to have this mentality that I'm a man, my chest is puffed out, and you just owe me this. And I don't owe you shit. And that's where the disrespect comes from. Because you can't be a man that is not, you can't be a man that's not in my lane and got your chest puffed out talking to me any kind of way because you feel like you're a man and this is what justifies you doing so. Because then that's where disrespect comes in at. And it depends on how what exactly are we categorizing as this disrespect.
Just, you know, name calling or whatever. Dusty bums. Dusty. We hear it all the time on social media. You know, I see it's omnipresent among us that they get disrespect. Not saying that men ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? We are. It's all of our fault. Men and women. We're the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like it's I'm gonna say that it's the men's fault, and the reason I'm gonna say it is because. Just like how you said, times have changed so much, and yes, women did fight for equal rights. We are still not given equal rights. We're gonna say that we are not. We're getting there, but we're not there. And the men do not respect women.
I would have to disagree with that. Because the reason why I disagree with that, the men that are disrespecting women, these are the men. These are the men that women of today breeded. Y'all created these men. Or whatever. That's why these men are acting sassy. These men are being very disrespectful because guess what? Y'all created that.
So we're going to go back and we're going to blame the woman and say that she created. So if she created it, are we saying that she created it because there were men in the household, so the woman was the one raising the children? Is that what I'm just trying to figure out if that is that what we're going with?
Well, that's part of it.
Okay, but is it the woman's fault that it wasn't a man in the household? It's entirely her fault.
Okay, but it's always two sides to the story.
No. We're not worrying about two sides. I'm just asking a very simple question.
I'm answering the question. The reason I'm saying it's two sides to the story. Who chased that man away? Who say that man didn't want to be in the house, but he got chased away from the household?
That's a hypothetical that you're doing.
No,
and I'm not trying to do a hypothetical.
No,
what I'm saying
just saying how it is.
No, that's not how it is. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of our generation, yours and mine included. That is a big problem because it's always pointing blame. It's always picking sides. And I want to blame the women. I want to blame the men. But I'm not going to allow you to blame a woman because a man chose not to be a father, not to be present. There is so many ways around that. There are so many things that you could do. I don't respect no man that did not stand in the paint and raise his children.
Well, I'm going to have to highly disagree with that.
There are certain situations that are kind of tricky where, law and all this stuff is involved.
Right.
I'm not referring to those because everybody's situation is different. But just in general, as a whole, a man that does not do everything that he could possibly do to be present in his child's life, we're not going to blame the woman and say, "Oh, you choose better, pick better." That's a coward ass excuse for why your children weren't raised by you.
And when we're done with this topic, I'm gonna send you this article by the CDC that proved that black men are more presented in their child's life than any other race of men, and that was debunked. So when I hear women say that the man wasn't present, that is BS. I think I sent you that
the man wasn't present? I didn't say that the man wasn't present.
More than any other race of men. But let's not get away from the topic.
Exactly. Now you're steering away from the topic because
so let's bring it back.
I never said that. I asked you because you said it was because women were the ones raising these children. So essentially what you're saying that the men are not in the home. Now you're contradicting what you said and you're saying that there's a study that says that the men are in the home. Or are present in the children's lives.
Because you just said that some black men are not.
I'm only basing it off of the question that I asked you.
That's what you said.
The question that I asked you was because you said that it was a women's fault that we're the ones that are breeding these children. I said, well, where are the men? You made a comment and said that the women ran them away, the men weren't there. So then what are we talking about the CDC for?
So you misusing my words. I said these men, these sassy men, these disrespectful men. You're
saying that we're breeding them.
You're breeding them. You know why? Because when you're raising these boys in the household, you're doing all type of disrespectful stuff around these boys. And when they grow up, guess what they exemplify in this world today? That's what they're doing.
Why I asked, where
because
are their
it's
fathers?
learned behavior, and it's learned behavior.
But if
from the
now
homes.
you're telling me that CDC is saying that men are present in their fathers, their children's lives.
Yeah.
So,
But do black men talk down on black women?
But I do,
yes,
but
Yes.
extremely.
And what? I guess okay. I'm gonna ask you this: what's the reason you feel like they do it?
that
Right.
black men do.
Talk down on black women?
Why they do it? Like I said,
They
because of the
disrespect
disrespect.
The lack of respect?
The lack of respect. Men just want respect, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Respect is earned,
It's
not given.
Respect. Listen, bro. Listen.
My
Listen.
grandmother, my grandfather taught me that at a very, very young age. Being a young girl, I did not have either one of my parents. My grandparents raised me. Respect is earned. It is not given. I have always been an opinionated person. They have allowed me to speak my mind as long as I'm very respectful in the way in which I do it, which is why I asked, well, what exactly would be disrespect?
Okay, let me say this. See me, bro, let me tell you something. When I meet a person, I respect you automatically. I respect you automatically unless you do something different. Me, that's how I was raised. Wherever I go, if I go to an establishment, I go to someone's
you're not
house,
going to walk in and be
I'm gonna
disrespectful.
respect you. Even when I'm on the streets, when I'm among strangers, I respect you off top, whether I know you or not. That's the way I was brought up. That's the way I was raised or whatever, bro.
That's no
And my
different than
POV.
how I was raised. Let's not confuse it. What I'm saying is respect is earned, is not given. So you have a lot of men, I'm going to go back to what I said. They puff their chests out. They want to prove their point. They got something to say. Times have changed. So women are a lot more vocal now. Women talk a lot now. Back in the day, they didn't talk as much. And a lot of these men are stuck in the 60s, 70s, and 80s and what their grandmothers did or did not do. We're in different times.
I think
And that
that's
goes
far
for
from the
both.
truth. I think that's
that
far
goes
from
for
the
both
truth.
sexes. Why is it far from the truth?
I think it's far. Like I said, man, it's going back to what I said, man. It's far from the truth, or whatever. And I think this is my POV. I think the lack comes from. I think that moving forward, I think a lot of older women should be checking these other women that's out of pocket, and you're not seeing that. I'm not seeing older women standing up.
Checking them in what way?
Like being disrespectful, like, you know what I'm saying, having some type of respect for yourself or whatever. Because whenever a man says something to a woman, when a woman get out of line and a man says something to that woman, he's labeled as a misogynist, a woman hater. He doesn't like women. Who raised you? You get all these labels.
What is he saying to her?
Just simple stuff. It don't even be nothing crazy. It just be something simple. A man just basically just checking that woman, but
that
listen,
may not be your place.
But listen, he can be in the place because you know why? The man is the head. He's the leader
Of your home.
He's the leader. The man is the leader.
That's where I feel like people.
He's the leader,
No,
no matter
people are
what.
confused. No, because
He's
if
the leader.
I could say something, you could completely disagree with me. It would be foolish of you to think, and I'm saying you could be a stranger, someone on the street, someone on social media. I can say something you disagree with. It'd be foolish of you to think that you have some sort of right, some sort of birthright because you were born with a dick between your legs, that you can check me. I don't know you. I have no relationship with you. I've never held a conversation with you. Who are you to feel like you're entitled or you're able to check me? Now, what you can do is, oh, I don't like that. I don't even care for her. And keep it moving. And that's why women tend to call men sassy. Because you're inserting yourself in some shit that really ain't got nothing to do with you in the first place.
But
it don't affect your life. It don't affect your funds. It ain't finna change nothing that go on today, tomorrow, or next week. But yet you felt the need to insert yourself into something that had nothing to do with you.
To me, if a woman is out of pocket, a man should be able to check that woman in a respectful manner.
Let me ask you this, man.
Go ahead.
You said the reason why men talk down on women is because of the lack of respect they have for men. Why is it that you feel like the women feel so comfortable to disrespect a man?
Because
If that's in fact the reason is to disrespect, why do you think they feel so comfortable to be able to do that?
right, because you got to understand, in today's society, women are making much money. Women are more independent. Women feel like they're on the same level as a man on the economically, women feel like they're in the same social status as a man. So whenever a man may say something to a woman because she may be out of pocket or whatever, and that's where all of the back and forth and back
So
comes along.
you think her financial freedom is the reason why she feels so comfortable?
That's the root of it, bro. That's part of it. That is the part of it, bro. I see it every day.
So it's just the money. So without the money, since she has money, we then can't control her no more.
She feels like she's equal to the man.
but I'm saying though, but if she didn't have any money, then we can control her.
That's
Basically, no, I'm asking. I'm not putting. I'm asking. I'm saying so. If she didn't have money, she wasn't working, she didn't have the same social status, then and only we were the providers, then we can control her. She would be in a place.
See, it's not a control thing, bro. It has nothing to do with the man controlling the woman. It's going back to what I said, because women are making more money.
No, but I don't think.
I get what you're saying.
But I'm saying,
I get what you're saying.
Let's just say she didn't have those things.
Even listen, bro.
Let's say those things were taken away.
Okay.
Would she still be disrespectful, or would she not be
She would still be disrespectful, because you know why I say that? Because I even see women that's on a low social status.
So then, what's the reason why they comfortable
that's part
to disrespect the man then?
Because, like I said, bro, like you got to understand something, bro. Social media is a powerful tool, right? So if I'm watching social media or whatever, and I'm watching certain women behave in a certain manner, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick up those same habits, and I'm gonna feel like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it too. And that's what's been going on in our community. I'm telling you, bro. That's what I've been seeing, bro.
The women that you're saying that she see on social media behave a certain way, those women are obviously getting attention from men.
Correct.
So her being on the sideline, behaving a certain way, she's not getting the same type of attention, right? She's not getting the same type of whatever it may be.
She may be
likes
listen,
or whatever.
She may be getting attention, but not. She may be getting attention,
not as much,
but not as much.
But
right.
the attention comes from what? From who? Men, right?
Correct.
So then, is she wrong for following behind those women that you're saying she's following behind? If we're giving these women the light of day and the attention that they're seeking, right? And we're the men, and we're giving it to them, how then can you expect all the rest of them to not follow suit? So again, I'm saying, why is it that the women feel so comfortable today to disrespect men? Why do you think it is? Aside from the money and the status,
bro,
why
that's
do you
part
think
of it, bro. Because we live in a materialistic society today, bro. That's the reason why we live in a materialistic society or whatever. So everyone feels like.
So you don't think that men not being men is part of the reason? Like what I mean by that is a lot of us have strayed from our responsibilities as a man. But we've allowed ourselves to be second fiddle to the woman in the home. We've allowed the women to take lead for so long to where now she takes on the masculine role of the man. And now that we're saying like, whoa, get back into your being a female, she don't even know how to do that no more.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with that, bro, because you can't say all men. But you can't.
I'm not saying all men. I'm not saying
all men.
I'm not saying all men. I never said all men. I'm just saying.
I understand.
But you don't think that her having to play that role for so long has played a role with the younger kids that's growing up in the house, so seeing mommy in charge, mommy doing everything, right? Daddy's not there, or if he is there, he may be absent, or he's not doing as much as mommy. Mommy's the one that's making sure the bills get paid. Daddy might go to work, but mommy's doing everything.
But let me ask you this
question.
So
at the end of the day, that masculine energy that you're saying that a woman should, know her lane and behave a certain way, you haven't put her in that place where she can be a woman and not feel like she's the man.
Okay, but let me ask you this question. You grew up with your mother, right?
Yeah.
Your mother paid all the bills?
Yeah.
But was your mom Mexican? Did you ever see your mom disrespect any man?
My mom's a Haitian
because she did it by herself? No, let's answer the question.
We see, you can't use that because my mom. Listen to what I'm saying to you, bro.
I hear you disagree,
bro. No, listen to what I'm going to answer your question.
But I disagree with what you're saying.
I didn't say nothing yet.
Okay.
My mother from a third world. My mom's from Haiti. We're not talking about. My mom came here from a third world country, trying to adapt. So she doesn't have the American mindset. She didn't go through what the American women went through living in America for however long they've been living here. You see what I'm saying? So my mom only knows the Haitian way. So I can't use her as an example for nothing.
Well, I'm going to still have to disagree with you, bro, because you know why? Because I know American women that I grew up with in my old neighborhoods or whatever. They did it all by themselves. And guess what? They were very respectful to men. they never disrespect men, bro.
The biggest thing I think
They
here
never disrespected men.
is understanding what is perceived as or the root of the disrespect.
That's what I'm trying to get to the
Right,
bottom of.
but there's so many different ways in which disrespect can be perceived. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody's different. So what one person may say, oh my God, don't talk to me like that. And then another person just brushes it off like it's not. So I think it really actually matters. I'm always honest. I could be disrespectful as fuck.
Okay.
Because I just don't, my tolerance level is hella low. Blame it on financial or this or that. I don't know what you want to blame it on. I don't care. I have a very low tolerance. But at the same time, there's not one person that actually knows me that will tell you she's disrespectful. She's been disrespectful towards me. None of that. So I think it's all a matter of perception and situation, circumstance, quite possibly. I don't think it all roots in what happens in the household as we grow up, because I mean, there's people that grew up in a household, single parent household, and now they're married, have a beautiful family with children, with, you know what I mean? Like, so different people deal with, hardships in life differently. So I don't think that necessarily is the root of or why. So whether we agree or disagree about the father being in the home, it don't matter, because when you grow up, you get to make your own choices.
No, it matters. Everything matters.
I mean, it matters, but what I'm saying is our debate on that is null and void, because
Well,
at the end of the day, you make your own choices. You didn't grow up with a dad, and you're an amazing dad.
I'm still trying to get to the bottom line is, why do women feel comfortable enough to disrespect men? Because here's my thing, right?
Because these men aren't men.
Here's my thing. If it's about us changing tomorrow today as a people, as one, then we need understanding. Like I'm not one to point fingers and blame one less than the other. I don't do that. But the question still remains: why do they feel comfortable to do that? And it can't be because of status. It can't be because they're paying bills, because they work now. There's something far greater than we're touching on. Now, it has to be something greater than that. You know what I'm saying? For a woman to not respect you, that says a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a man in your race, the women in the race don't respect you, and then you turn around, you give them the same energy back, and now it's just a back and forth kind of thing. It's a tug of war. That ain't gonna get us nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be realistic. So it's something that we got to figure out as men. What is going on where we're not getting our respect? And we got to do that together. We need to figure that out together. What are we doing wrong to where our women don't respect us?
Well, I mean, I could tell you, just like how you say social media is such a powerful tool. I've sat or scrolled through Facebook, and you have men creating statuses, posts. We may call it sassy or whatever, but creating status posts, and they're bashing women. It may be something personal that they're going through. I don't know.
That's a woman trait.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So then,
I think it goes both ways.
But that's the point I'm making.
That's still
you may
a
see a
trait.
woman doing it, but then there's so many. I see a bunch. I have men on my social media as well, and they're doing the same random posts where they're talking bad or talking down on a woman. And I give them grace, because maybe you just had a situation, maybe something just happened and you're upset. But how does that look to someone that doesn't know what you just went through? And now you're bashing these women.
It doesn't matter. As a man, and maybe I'm a little different, because like I said, I keep things internally so I can process them. I'm not one to just put my emotions out just because I'm going through something. I'm gonna post about it constantly. And
that's not a male trait.
Find videos that align with that. I'm not on that, bro. I'd rather sit down and process this shit and get it together, right? So my whole thing is this again. If you're going to do what a woman is doing just to prove a point, how is she going to respect you? A man is a man for a reason. We think different, we act different, we move differently. I can't behave in the same way as a woman because I'm not a woman. I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? A woman is going to be emotional. She's going to put her business. She's going to get mad and bash you. I'm not going to play the bash game with you back and forth. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like my partner with like my partner did. I'm going to dance myself into 2025. You feel me? I'm dancing. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
Because that's what a man is not supposed to bicker. We don't do that back and forth online crap. So again, what makes us feel it's okay to disrespect them is the same reason they feel like it's okay for them to disrespect us. They feel like we don't respect them.
Well, this is my POV. I just think the black woman and the black men just need to come back together as one. we need to come back together and have understanding and have grace for each other. And I think that's the missing key. We don't have grace for each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think if we can do that, if we can just come together and we have grace for each other, we can have town hall meetings where you can have men and women just come together and just talk out, just reason. We need to get back to reasoning with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think we lack that. Like, we don't communicate with each other enough to see what is the problem, what's going on with our race. And that is one of the major problems, bro. We don't reason with each other, man.
I think the men are a problem. And until a problem.
What do you mean?
Almost going into what you said, men are supposed to be natural born leaders, right?
I agree.
Men are supposed to be able, you know, chest out, I'm a man, but you're supposed to also behave in that way. And so until we can get the men to behave like men, you're not going to get women to fall in line. If we're supposed to be following, like I love to say, you're not about to lead me to hell. You're not. Well, so if you're walking around here doing hellish bullshit, acting like a bitch, you posting crazy stuff on social media, you bashing women, why would I follow you? You're not presenting yourself in any such way that I think that is a guy that I should follow.
Right, I understand.
Even if we go back to the old days, like all the way back to the old days. Do you know how many men no longer open the door for women?
Well, who caused that though? Who killed chivalry? I think, me personally, I think some women killed chivalry because I'm gonna tell you why. Let me before you talk, bro. Let me say my piece. The reason why I say that, because, and I could have men that can attest to this, when men try to do those nice things, open the door for a woman, you know, slide her chair for her, these men are called, oh, he's too soft. Or when a man give women roses, he's too, bro, it happens. I have men that can attest to this.
Let me tell you something, brother.
I have men that can attest to
Opening
this.
a door is not something you do because you being nice.
No, that's
just
something you do
because it's just
right.
something you do, bro.
But I'm saying though,
and you're not doing it for somebody to be grateful for. It's just, that's just in you, man.
No,
you know what I mean?
Okay, let me go back to what I said. I know men, stand-up brothers that got their shit together. When they do that, they have told me out of their own mouth, when they have taken out certain women out, and these women will call them soft. And how do they find out? Through the grapevine, through her homegirl. Oh, he's too soft for me. Oh, because
he opened the door?
Because he opened the door.
So,
because you know why? It goes back. You know why that's the case? Because in some cases, women are used to dealing with men that are abusive, men that are aggressive. So hold up, let me finish. So when they find a man that do those certain type of things, they will sabotage the relationship because it's too good to be true. That's the reason.
So you're telling me, if a woman says that I'm soft for opening the door, if that's who I am on my inside, that's who I am to my core, I open the door for women. I'm supposed to then stop doing it because she said I'm soft.
Men are still doing it, bro. You're not getting.
No, I'm asking from what you said.
But
chivalry is dead because of women.
They killed it. And some women, I didn't say all. Some women they killed it, bro.
But I'm saying
because
nobody kill something that's in you, bro.
Bro, but they kill it. That's the point.
Why would you allow somebody to kill anything that's in you, bro? That's what I'm saying. You can't, bro. You can't allow nobody to kill you. Who you are on your inside, bro. Listen, I am who I am. It don't matter if this woman don't like it.
But it's okay. So if you're saying that these women, these difficult women, have killed the chivalry, so then these men are now no longer doing something.
Men are still doing it. I know men that still do it. So then
it's not killed. They haven't killed it.
Listen. It's not omnipresent. It's not men. Okay, you do have men that still do it. But going back to what I said earlier today, like I said, I know men, good men, that they still continue to do it, even though these women down talk, you know what I'm saying, down talk on because they're doing it, they still continue to do it. It's not going to change the way they move. But I'm just saying what's been going on out here in these streets. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I understand this is probably a conversation for a different time, because my next question would have been, well, that's very telling of the type of women that they're dating. If you're dating these women and they say, oh, he's too soft, then clearly he has a type. And that type that you have don't
It
want
don't got
that.
nothing to do with type, man. Because when I was younger, bro, I always open the door.
No, I'm not saying he
if I was-
shouldn't do it. What I'm saying is he must be dating that type of woman.
Even if I'm chilling, if I was chilling with an eater, bro, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anybody. Even if I was chilling with an eater, I'm gonna tell you, slide, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. Because it's just in
That's
me
who
to
you
do
are.
certain things. Now, don't get it twisted. You still about to get flipped up. But I'm just saying, dog, that's just in me to be me. And if you can go back or you open the door, I don't think it's not open the door. You're not allowed to touch the door. You know what I'm saying? If I'm around, certain things you just can't do. You know what I mean? Either or not. That's just in me. You know what I'm saying? But
my whole point is, don't say you want something. Then when a man does it,
But those
he's
women
being-
are not the women that saying
he's
they
being
want it.
looked down upon.
no,
That's
but,
all I'm saying.
No, but
bro.
what I'm trying
That's
to say.
all I'm saying.
What I'm trying to say. So
That's all I'm saying to you.
you
dog.
can't let nobody, change who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are inside and out. And I just want to know, you know what I'm saying, what's the reason for the black man talking down on the black woman? You said disrespect. And I can ask the black woman the same thing. What's the reason you talk down on the she gonna say disrespect. You see what I'm saying? So it's a disconnect. At some point, bro, change behavior as a man, you gotta change. And then the women gonna follow.
Yeah,
Because
I
if
agree.
I'm not online with you, I'm not bickering with you, I'm not downplaying.
There's no one to
then who
disrespect.
you gonna argue?
Right.
If I don't give you the time of day to argue and disrespect, and I'm not disrespecting you, you ain't got nothing to disrespect me about because you're gonna be wasting your time. You
And
know what I
most
mean?
women respect those men. Those men that do not jump in the comments and do all, they respect them because they say, okay, that's a man. I'm not going back and forth with him. There's nothing to go back and forth about because he ain't even finna argue with me. So you know what? I'm not even finna do that because he ain't even gonna go back and forth.
Right, but just my POV. I think I don't blame I blame the man and I blame the woman. Accountability is for all of us. Judgment is for all. It's not just for men. It's for men and it's
not,
for
it's
women.
not
too.
just for no.
It's for all of us.
It's for
bro.
all of us. But at the same time,
accountability is for all of us.
Leaders
it's
lead.
for all of us. Leaders lead. Yeah, men, we lead.
And if you're
but
gonna,
accountability is for man and women.
I get all that.
It's for
but
all of us.
I'm saying leaders lead, and if you're gonna lead, you gotta lead. You don't lead when it suits you. You lead at all times.
Men, let me tell you something. The men I know lead at all times.
I'm not
At
talking
all
about
times.
people, we're talking about in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying in general, if you're a leader, if you're a man, God made you to lead. I'm talking to all men. I ain't talking to all men. You a man. You were born to lead. Some of us were born natural leaders. Some of us had to learn to lead. But as a leader, you lead. You don't follow. You don't bicker with a woman, bro. You don't go back and forth with a woman. You don't disrespect a woman. And if she try it with you, you know what a man does? I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm walking away, man. I'm gonna let you talk to yourself because you ain't talking to me. You know what I'm saying? In order for things to change, men need to realize
those are the
who
men we
and
respect.
what
And
we are.
And I'm gonna be honest with
I
you,
respect.
Leaders. And bro, you know what I'm saying? This is my POV. I think even if there was no more men on the earth, some women will still talk down upon man. Even if man wasn't in existence.
See, we can't worry about
No,
that.
no,
You know
no,
what
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's feeding the negative.
No, no, no,
I know
no,
what you're
I'm
saying.
just-
I get it,
I'm
but
just saying, bro.
But that's
I'm
feeding
just
the
saying.
negative.
But y'all about to say because we could go back and forth with
Right.
that all day.
You
That's
see?
male and
then-
female,
you see?
male and female.
So
Yeah, it's not really.
Man, listen, man. As men, I'm gonna say this, man.
If men don't start to lead, women will continue to do exactly what we've been doing. That's it. Do we think that men talk down to women? Yes. We see it just like how we all are on social media. We all are out here in the everyday. We see it. And it hasn't just started either. So when we keep bringing up social media, but that's not something that just started. When men back in the day, before social media was a big thing, you talking about 90s, early 2000s, you see a woman you like, you whistling at her. That's disrespectful. That's
I get it,
very
but
disrespectful.
social media is the engine.
I
We live in
understand
a
that, but all
social
I'm
media
doing is
world.
taking it back. So the
So-
disrespect didn't just start. That's disrespectful. Now, there are some women that may think that's cute. Some women may think that's okay. But if you're being honest, that's disrespectful. And only thing that it went from that in the 90s, early 2000s, and it trends to social media.
Well, let me say this too. See,
Ain't nobody whistling at
because
me.
because I kind of have to disagree with that because if you look in the 90s, you had all of the fellas, the R&B singers, the baby faces, the Jodeci's, what these brothers were doing. They were making love tunes for women.
But that excuses. You're saying you disagree with me because back in that time
Because
they
it's
made
a
90s
small
music
number.
about love, so that gave a man the right to whistle and call.
Only a small number of men that was doing that.
That was doing what?
Only a small number.
Doing
because
what?
whistling at women. It was a
Absolutely
small number
incorrect.
because
Absolutely. That's a lie.
I could take you back from the 70s,
No,
80s,
that's a
90s.
lie. All right, now-
Men
now-
were composing music for
we
women.
gotta close out,
Composing
man.
music
Love
and,
music
and
for women.
We're gonna close out.
Ain't no damn
let
way.
Me, let me say this to y'all, man. I'm gonna say this to both of y'all. As long as we trying to condone what the other sex is, what our sex is doing, we're not gonna ever find a solution.
Well, I'ma continue
because
to
we gotta
condone
be
it.
able. Listen, we gotta be able to just know right from wrong and call out the wrong when it's wrong, no matter if it's a man doing it or if it's a woman doing it. And all I'm saying is, as men, we need to get back into the leadership role and lead, and stop trying to get back at women for whatever reason it is. Because the women gonna do what a woman gonna do. That's what a woman gonna do. That's what women
But women ain't
do.
start doing it until
we're
the
not
man was
talking
being
about.
disrespectful.
I'm not talking about. I'm saying women gonna do what women do, but we don't have to feed into what a woman is doing. Because as a man, that's not what we
if
do.
you ain't gonna drop your nuts,
So,
and they gonna
with that
stay
being
tucked,
said,
then we gonna treat
today's
you like a bitch.
episode, do black men talk down on black women? I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys listen to it with an open mind. You know what I'm saying, and not try to pick sides. Because the fact of the matter is, men need to lead, and the women will follow. Peace.